Okay, first things first. Here is the raglan shoulder and the diagonal edge on the sleeve, which then get sewn together. So you can see that the back edge, here's my diagonal, here's my sleeve, here's where they're connected. So the top edge of my sleeve is still a diamond shape. I have chosen on this rainbow version to leave a diamond shaped cuff and not to square it off as per the pattern instructions. It's an option that's mentioned in the pattern and you are free to choose your own adventure as always. But I hope that this clarifies that it's a raglan. So we have a diamond, which is inset, and there's the top of the shoulder of your body panel there. So getting started, this is the other thing that may need clarification. I give you an alternative to a magic circle, which is to tie your knot and then to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you're actually going to use your first chain as the magic circle. So you yarn over and you make your double crochet into the first chain. Now, if you yank on the tail, that will shrink the loop, so don't do that. Instead, whoops, hold the knot and that will stop the circle shrinking before you want it to. Yarn over, make 2 more double crochet, and now you've finished what I always call your first wedge. Every time we do a group of 3 double crochet like that, I think of this as a granny wedge. That's just the way my brain works. Chain 2 for your corner, and now make another wedge of 3 double crochet into your first chain loop. So all of these double crochet stitches are working into your first chain loop. There's my granny wedge complete. Chain 2 and 3 double crochet. Chain 2. Now I've already got the last double crochet of the group ready to go, so I only need to work 2 more double crochet into my beginning loop. And now, using that beginning chain, I've got my last DC of the group. So I can just slip stitch, and then I slip stitch into my chain 2 space, and I'm ready to start my second round. Now for the rainbow version of the cardi, I worked 2 rows of rainbow and then 2 rows of black. I'm going to chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my last double crochet of the round and my chain 2 corner space. Yarn over and make 3 more double crochet into that chain 2 space. Oops. Don't chain 2 because this is a straight edge that we're creating. Yarn over and make 3 double crochet into the next corner space. When I was learning to crochet, the second round of a granny square is always where I came undone because it's that little bit irregular. I think once you've gotten over your second round and you have finished your third round, the principles of what you're doing become much easier to understand and you can just continue on. Chain 2 for my corner. 3 more double crochet. Oops. Don't chain 2 because you're working on a straight edge. 3 double crochet at the corner. Chain 2. 3 more double crochet to complete this corner. Don't chain 2. We're going to finish our first corner or our last corner, however your brain would like to think about this, with 2 double crochet. You're going to slip stitch to your chain 5. Look for the 3rd loop because then you've still got 2 chains to make your corner square and it should sit flat. Okay, there are my 2 rounds complete. So instead of working into the corner, I'm just going to pull my yarn through like a slip stitch, cut, pull the tail through, and now I'm ready to change to black. And this could be the start of a sleeve, or it could be the start of the back panel. The front panel, of course, starts differently as per pattern instructions. So grabbing my black, I'm going to make myself a loop to start with. And there are two ways that you can continue on from your granny. You can either yarn over and make a standing, double crochet in any corner space. And you say, okay, that's my first double crochet, and then you will chain 2 and continue on your merry way around. If that tension is not working for you or you don't like it, you can of course slip stitch, just like you're continuing on with your old color, and then chain 5 and start exactly the same way you started your previous round. You pretend that's your last double crochet of the wedge, your chain 2 corner, and then you make your 3 more double crochet. So either option is fine. They're going to look the same. Don't stress about it. Yarn over, work a 3 double crochet wedge in here, in between. Yarn over, we're up to a corner, so that's going to be 3 double crochet. Oh my goodness, come on, cooperate. Chain 2, 3 more double crochet. Don't chain because now we're on the straight edge. So just yarn over and keep working around. 3 double crochet into the little tiny gap. And now we're up to another corner. So this is what I mean when I say your 3rd round out is really the same principle all the time, because then you always work a corner, some number of wedges along the straight edge, and then a corner into your previous corner. So the pattern, I think, gets a little bit easier for muscle memory to deal with. You can tell that last night I was working with a 3mm hook because I'm struggling so hard with the 7mm today. I don't know if anyone else has the same challenge when switching between hook sizes, but my coordination takes a little while to catch on. Chain 2 at the corner, 3 double crochet. Don't chain because you're working along the straight edge. Yarn over, finish your first corner where you began by working 2 more double crochet. Whoops, one day this will work for me. And now slip stitch. Can't see the 3rd loop. I'm going to be lazy. Slip stitch into your chain, slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you're ready to embark on your next round in the same way. So that's basically it. You're going to make your square until diagonal to diagonal is wide enough for your back panel. You're happy with that reaching around the back of your waist. And then you elongate your shape by working rows just at the 2 top edges and rows just at the 2 bottom edges. And your sleeves are built on the same principle. So you make your granny square until it reaches around your arm. That's going to be around your elbow joint. Think of it like that. And then you decrease along the top edge so it fits into the raglan of your body panel, and you will elongate down your bottom edge to make your sleeve long enough. As you can see, I may have possibly liked the way the colors were spreading differently here. And so when I elongated and I decided which way to insert my sleeve, I actually chose to put the elongated side into the raglan shoulder, which is fine. It doesn't matter. Just make your shape and then decide which end you want to add to the shoulder. That's where you work your 2 decrease rows to flatten off the top of the point a little bit. And then you can decide how you would like your cuff to be, whether you decrease along these edges and make a straight cuff, or whether you leave it pointy like mine. So choose your own adventure. I hope that's a helpful little chat through the finished product. And I cannot wait to see what you come up with and what your color scheme is.